Next on deck with Tim Black.
It's the same thing that when I see not all black Republicans, but I see a black MAGA person who is carrying Donald Trump's water and they know that he's lying. It is the shortest line to the front. Because if you're black and you're whatever, you're just in line with a bunch of other Democrats that are doing the same thing that you're doing. But if you become a black MAGA person, it's like, whoa, let's book this person. Let's put him on television.
So you don't think you can be a sincere black MAGA person?
No, I just said, I don't think that. I just said, I think there can be sincere Republicans.
But you can't be a sincere black Republican?
I don't think that you can be a rational MAGA, be black and be a rational MAGA person. I think you can be black and be a Republican.
I think
that's kind of crazy because when he sat down with Candace Owens, he didn't say that.
See that person there on your screen? Actually, a lot of people have been saying that, you know what, you should get Candace Owens on. You should get Candace Owens on. So Candace, welcome to the show. I appreciate you joining us.
Anytime. Thanks for having me. I wish we had done it much sooner.
I do too, because quite frankly, listen, I know, this is going to be interesting for people. I'm not sure we're going to agree on much. Maybe we will, who knows? But I do have to say that I am happy that you are back in the game because after you left your former platform, I said, you know what? I don't really agree with a lot from her. Sometimes I do actually, but I think that you're deserving of a platform. And quite frankly, I think you're a bigger star than Ben Shapiro. And I've said that publicly before.
Isn't that crazy? Don Lemon brought Candace Owens on his platform. And he didn't say anything about her being a phony, a fake, a fraud, or anything. It wasn't that long ago. He's saying you could be a Republican, a black Republican, but you can't be a black MAGA supporter, which is a person that supports Donald Trump. Maybe not necessarily the Republican Party itself, because maybe you don't trust the party. You think the party needs a lot of changes. So he's down for the institutionalism in the party that supported Donald and actually elected him. That's fine. But if you like Donald Trump himself, then you're a fraud. That doesn't exist. There's no way that you could do that authentically. So that's all crazy talk. It sounds like a hack, right? It sounds like a hack because people support what they support. People support people for reasons, right? They support parties for reasons. Black people are allowed to support Republicans just like they're allowed to support Democrats. Until we're to the point where we understand that that's normal, we're going to always have a problem. If you vote for the Green Party or the Truth and Justice Party or the Working Families Party or any Libertarian Party, anything else other than Democrats, they crucify you, no matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. Because to them, they own black people. Like they got the receipt. And this particular black person, Don Lemon, he was talking smack like he was going to be different once he got away from CNN. He was going to be real. Yeah, a real phony.
Whoa, let's book this person. Let's put him on television.
So you don't think you can be a sincere black MAGA person?
No, I just said, I don't think that. I just said, I think there can be sincere Republicans.
But you can't be a sincere black Republican?
I don't think that you can be a rational MAGA, be black and be a rational MAGA person. I think you can be black and be a Republican.
I think they would find that very insulting.
Well, I mean, the truth is often insulting.
Let me ask you your opinion on this.
Let me get this right. The clip changes. What does rational mean? In this context, it's only rational to support the Republicans, but it's not rational to support Donald Trump. Why not? For some reason, it was rational to support Kamala. I thought that was irrational. Why is it rational to support Kamala Harris, but irrational to support Trump? They're both running for office. They both ran for office. Right? I don't think it makes any damn sense. No, what it exposes is what we always knew. It is what it is. Don Lemon's just a Democrat. That's it. It's fine. I get it. It's fine to be a Democrat. I'm not going to say you're irrational. I'm going to say you're wrong. You need to, but Don's neither right nor wrong. He's just a hack. He's just a person who's made millions of dollars. And I get it. Like, how can he all of a sudden come out and be different from that? You picked up millions and millions of dollars as a voice for Democrats on CNN. Rarely did he break from CNN or break from Democrats on anything. And now he's just that guy. It's the same guy he was. A hack. A Democratic shield. A member of the Ku Klux Klan. Yes, a black man can be the member of the Ku Klux Klan because it's not about the color of the person. It's about the mentality. And if that's not Ku Klux Klan mentality, what is? A black man telling other black men and women that they are unacceptable if they choose to make up their own mind about who they support. Now, we can talk about the issues, and we can have a different opinion about immigration, war, funding of wars in Ukraine, bombing and, funding bombs in Israel against Palestinians and Gaza war, how we feel about, DEI and other programs and affirmative action, and we can have conversations about that, trans sports and, stuff. We could talk about all the social, whatever. But just with a brush to say, if you support Trump and you black, you're doing it just to go on a show. Yeah, I got a feeling most of the people that support Trump don't go on any shows, Johnson. Yeah. As if there are people that support Biden or Democrats with hopes of going on shows too. There are a lot more shows to go on. I know, I'm in the business. I've been doing this 13 years. If you support the Democrats and you're willing to carry water for the Democrats, there's a lot more opportunity for black people in that lane. A lot more. There's a lot more places to go. They love to, as if Democrats don't tokenize black people. Please, the Democratic Party is white, just like the Republican Party is white. It's just the Democrats or the Republicans don't hide it. It's a very white party. So is the Democrats. Most of the people that run it are white, and even the black people that are in it that are not white, they're not pro-black. It's white. Like Don Lemon, for instance. But Don Lemon has the Ku Klux Klan mentality. Perfect. He explained it perfectly for me.
Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary show. They did one thing, they did a sketch where Tom Hanks puts on a MAGA hat, so he's a Trumper, and then Keenan comes over to shake his hand, and he won't shake his hand.
Yeah.
And I said this on Fareed's show the other day. I found that that's so old. I didn't vote for him. I get all the bad things about that administration, but if you think they don't shake black people's hands, it's just you're wrong. That's not who they are. Matt Gaetz shakes black.
Oh, look at this guy. He actually, hey man, they're not standing on anything, man. They're not standing on anything. In my experience is going around, going places, being around people of all, whatever. I've ran into a lot more racist progressives, a lot more racist liberals than I did conservatives, like in regular life, but I was around more progressive liberals type people. And most of the time, they didn't even know they were racist. They didn't know they had a bias, really. It's like the implicit, like just the things, like the ones who said dumb things like, she dehumanized me, emasculated me, and it was racist at the same time. All that in one tiny little hors d'oeuvre of liberal progressivism. She was a progressive. So yeah, I've had my experiences, Johnson. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. There's got to be some conservatives that are racist too, but I'm just saying it exists everywhere. But not to Don Lemon. To Don Lemon, that only exists in MAGA world. Not even Republican world, MAGA world.
I get all the bad things about that administration, but if you think they don't shake black people's hands, it's just you're wrong. That's not who they are. Matt Gaetz shakes black people's hands. You know, Kid Rock will shake your hand. It's just not helpful to like think that half the country that's where they are. That's your
Still, you're a comedian. You know, it's part of its comedy.
I understand.
But let's be honest. There's a huge faction of the MAGA movement that's really fucking racist.
I wouldn't say huge. No, I'd say
I would say huge.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have different perspectives.
I would say huge, and even if they're not, you have to overlook a lot of that in order to support Donald Trump, which I think is maybe even more egregious than just saying I'm a racist.
Next on deck.
Yo, I'm wondering why I don't know. Maybe this segment, maybe Bill will at some point bring up Democrats. He probably won't because he's one, you know? He still likes to hold on to his Democratic Party bona fides, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, they're racist Democrats. That's stupid. Why are we even having that conversation, man? Oh, because Bill brought it up about this SNL skit. But he's right. Like this whole, it's we ain't gonna never get away from it. The country's built on, you know, exploiting people for money, which is what racism pretty much boiled down to, power and money. And then left to its own devices, people do all types of heinous things when they have power and money over you. But yeah, to just suggest that this is one side, that's not true. I met some good people on both sides. Even though Trump didn't say that. That's crazy. But about the Nazis. That's funny. Don Lemon is always he is who we thought he was, and he will continue to be so. And there are going to be people that have not had that experience. They have not had that experience where all these conservatives, all these MAGA people did this to them, but they're going to agree with Don without having the experience. And not thinking that their currents that exist in the world, some of them voted for Biden. They're not even going to, they're just going to agree with Don just because they're conditioned, because they watch MSNBC and CNN and ABC and CBS. So they're conditioned to believe what Don Lemon said with no evidence of it. And I'm saying if you get out a little bit, you have some experiences, some of the worst things that were done to me personally are not because of party affiliation. It's because those people were on that crap. They were on that shit at that time, and they acted that way. And I don't even know if it has to do with they are who they are, and their politics is a part of them that sits on top of that. But that's not a prerequisite to be a bigot because you're choosing a certain candidate. And nor does choosing a certain candidate cleanse you of bigotry. Yeah, like, if you voted for Obama now, that doesn't change who you were. Didn't that what Big Get Out was telling us? Like, the guy who was, like, demoralizing and stripping black people of their sense of self was a white guy who voted for Obama in the movie Get Out. Get it? Guess not. I guess that went over the heads of a lot of people, but yeah. And that was a guy who was married to a white woman. Peel. That's hilarious. All right, guys, let's keep it going. Hit the like button if this makes any sense. Perfect. You made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you. Now, Google thinks this next video is going to be perfect for you. It's right up your alley. So click the next video, watch that with me, and let's keep this politics going. You're built for this.